What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Kiarah Michelle, and I am so excited to have you for another episode of Introvertedly Me, Kiarah Michelle. This is the red flag and green flag dating series, and I have my guest, Isaiah Jones, but I'm ready to get started. So today we are talking about how to not neglect companionship. And this topic was actually inspired by Mr. Jones because he told me to not neglect it. Listen, I'm a busy person. And sometimes just being busy trumps making friends or having friends or spending time with them. But I know he kind of made me realize that that's kind of sucky because sometimes you need to have a person there. So, and I know he's like, can you name all the stuff that you do in your life that makes you busy?
Having a job, going to college, being in ROTC, trying to start your own business, have your own platform, um, yourself that could keep you busy, family, it's a lot.
It's,
So,
it's a lot. So with all of that, how do you manage to make time for friends?
well, for me, I have pockets of friends, I like to say, because like at my job, I have my friends. So whenever I'm at work, I just hang out with them, even if I'm on the clock. We still find a way to enjoy each other's, you know, space within the workspace. And then on campus, I really just go to school. I don't really, hang out after classes or anything. I mean, I might get a little walk in throughout the campus, but it's nothing that serious. And then friends that I have outside of my work life, basically friends in my personal life, we just make time to get together, even if it's once every month or, you know, once every couple months. I mean, we're still going to get together for a long time. So,
I
making
mean, I'm
time.
on campus too, but it's just I be in my room. I be in my room.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm walking on campus, I got both AirPods in. I'm
No, it's my safety net to have my headphones. Like, please don't talk to me. Like, I just want to get my food and go to my room, and that is it. Um, but no, I think it's good that like even your personal friends, like you make time for them. I miss going to work. I can't go to work all the way in Bowie, and I live in Harford County. I miss going to work because they were my friends. I do. They were my friends. But would you say it's a red flag if someone is unwilling to make time for you?
You said what I say it's a red flag?
Yeah.
Yes, because I think it's a red flag because people make time for the things that matter for them, like that matter to them. So if they're saying they can't make time for you, obviously they're showing you by telling you, you know, we can't hang out where you're on their list of priorities. So if they don't want to make time for you or if they don't want to hang out after you've already made that type of, push to hang out, don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right. I'm going to give you two scenarios.
Okay.
Don't ask me where that came from. I'm going to give you two scenarios, right? All right. You got put your mindset in the space of a woman. Just do it, right? This guy comes at you. He's like, "Yeah, I really like you. We need to do something. We need to make this work, right?" But then, no effort whatsoever. You get one good morning text a day, and that is it. That is it. Is that making time?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. I was like, for the world out there, guys that send that one good morning text, no, that's not making time. No, that is the lip. This
Bare minimum.
not even this much, just less. Can I squeeze that? Less. That is what that is. All right. Scenario number two. All right. So you and the girl, you and the guy, whatever. You guys been hanging out a lot. But then you guys have the feelings talk, and the guy's like, well, you giving me mixed feelings because I'm always the one asking you. Mind you, the girl's never gonna ask to hang out, especially if she's scared of like rejection. So say the one time the girl asks for you to come hang out with her and you tell her no, you tell her no. And you like That's not a red flag, is it? If she never asks.
I can see it from both perspectives. Like as a woman perspective, I can see as a young woman if, especially since women usually don't chase. So even if they are chasing, it's like as a guy, because this has happened to me before. So if a woman has chased me as a guy, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just see where it goes, but I'm also put my boundaries up because I don't want to make it seem like, like this is just gonna be as free as it is, especially if I don't really know you. So that's not necessarily a red flag. But as a woman, if a guy is telling you, he wants to take you out, he wants to be your friend and all this other stuff, but then you're not asking him to do that because he's already telling you that's what he wants to do. But then he says it's a mixed signal because you're not doing that. That doesn't make sense.
But then she goes and does what you want, and then you say no to her?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on.
You
This
can't.
is what
Yeah,
like this is what makes people neglect companionship, because it's just not worth going through that. And then I know for me, then I got a bone to pick with you too.
with me.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this bone on the air. We're gonna talk about this bone on the air.
Okay.
He told me to not neglect companionship, y'all. He told me this. I said it's just hard to find. This kid right here, he probably not that much older than me. I'm calling him a kid anyway. He said you don't have to look far. I said, oh really? Never talk to him again for like 3 weeks. Not probably longer than that. Where'd you go, Isaiah? Where'd you go?
When was this? I'm gonna pull up the receipts
You want to pull up the receipts? We're gonna pull up the receipts, YouTube. We're gonna
because
pull up. I keeps the receipts because I've been waiting for this moment.
you got to think about it.
I'm
Wait,
gonna
okay.
go to
Hold on.
Instagram, not YouTube.
That's what I'm doing. Bam, 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 bam. You said
This was in December.
December 5th. You said.
Okay, that was only the day after. We had the whole conversation on December 4th.
Right. And then you said, yeah, I just need to find more of them. I said, you won't have to look for far. You said, oh, really? I said, yes, really,
Oh,
literally.
you did respond.
And then 5 days later, I did like an interaction with your story. And then you mentioned me 3 days after that. And then 2 months
All
later,
right. I get the point. I get the point. I get the point. I was wrong as usual. Still, that is where the guy should have initiated something. You can't just say yes, really, and leave it to the girl to figure that out. No. I thought you knew who I was by now.
I responded back, didn't I? I made another you know,
You gotta be
I,
straightforward with me because I'm gonna just play dumb. I'm just being honest. But no,
okay.
since then, I have tried to not neglect companionship. But what are, like, can you give us 3 tools on how you won't neglect it?
Okay, for me, it's kind of interesting for me because I know I can say one thing like at that time period when I said don't neglect companionship, that was more than likely out of like a heart to heart knowing what that can do for you because when I had neglected companionship before, it was like it was out of not trying to get hurt. But if you're neglecting companionship trying not to get hurt, you won't see genuine people trying to be friends with you. You know what I mean? Like if you're like trying to box yourself off or guard your walls, then genuine people who just honestly want to get to know who you are and be a part of your life, you're not going to even take them seriously because of your boundaries set for yourself. It's important to guard your heart, but then it's also important not to assume where people are coming from when they're trying to talk to you. So like tools for opening space for companionship would be as simple as if somebody asks you if you want to study, um you take them up on their offer, but then what you do is if they don't show up to the study session that they said that they wanted to do, you keep that tab on them. Not saying that you gotta like, like, oh, you said that we were supposed to study, This is why I never open up to people. It's like, okay, all right. But definitely you gotta hold other people accountable. You can't assume why they're trying to start companionship with you, even if that's a friend or an associate or a
Right.
relationship. You can assume why they're doing what they're doing, and you have to give it time. Like, you can't just like give it a day and be like, so what are your true intentions? Like, that's just really like,
Hey man, in this
I
day and
mean,
age, the
yep,
aggressiveness is coming because I'm just tired. But
I get
like,
that.
you bring up a really good point that like there could be two different types of reasons as to why people neglect companionship. They try not to get hurt, and what's the other one? They're just, career focused where nothing else
Yeah, that
matters
too.
but getting to the bag.
Yep.
And I think where I was in that mind frame when we had that conversation, I think I was probably doing both. Probably more of trying not to get hurt, probably more. But even like with just regular friends, because just finding good, genuine friends is hard too.
That's hard. That's really hard. I remember talking about that to my manager literally just the other week, because he was talking about something with somebody he knew. Uh, this is going to be a tangent, but basically, he said that somebody he knew, some guy pulled in her DMs and was like, "Let's be friends." And it's like, that's not how you become friends with people, especially since the way that he did
In
it,
college, it is.
authentic. It's just not like you become friends with people off of just strength of having stuff in common. Like, if I go to the beach and I see somebody that's surfing and we're like, gnarly dude, yeah, we're probably going to be friends because we have a common interest. But if I'm like going to the beach and somebody's sitting on a towel, come on, you should go surf with me, and they say no, we're probably not going to be friends. I mean, unless
Right,
we just spark a conversation, but you can't
right,
force somebody to be your friend and do something that you like doing. That's not how it works.
right. So what I'm hearing is that our friendship isn't real just because we've never actually hung out before.
I mean, we can hang out. That would be a priority. Yeah, I would just be like,
I'm gonna
look,
hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
okay. I when was this? I think it was a couple days after I saw you on campus. I asked you, I was like, you want to go to the library and like work on writing, and
Did you
you
ask me
never responded. Yeah,
that? You putting me all on blast.
I'm just saying. This you have to.
Oh well, next time you're on campus and you're not busy that day, let me know.
Okay.
Cause I'll be in my room all day long. Not gonna lie, these people know it. I'll be in this room eating pretzels.
Okay.
You put me all the way on blast.
It's
So
okay.
my tools to not neglect companionship would probably to not be in this room all day. I would say to be open to talking to people more. Like just speak to people, honestly. Just speak to people. What's another one? Interact with people. Is that the same thing? Probably.
It's different. Like, you can speak to somebody, but not really interact with them.
Mm-hmm. Or
Like
like
a
if something is going on, I would just go be social. Sit
yeah.
outside. It's sunny outside, guys. Be social. Well, on that note, I thank you so much for this quick little interview with me.
Hmm.
This has been the Red Flag Dating Series with my other guest, Mr. Isaiah Jones. I'm so happy that you guys joined us today. It's been real.